Hello class 9th. Hope everybody are doing good. Everybody are fine. Are you all ready to study the lesson from science? Yes, let us study one more lesson, that is tissues. What is a tissue? We have studied about cell in your previous lesson. Any organism, any living organism is made up of cell. We have studied about unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms also. In case of unicellular organisms, all the function, it may be intake of food, or it may be exchange of gases, or respiration and excretion is carried out by single cell. Whereas in case of multicellular organisms, there are millions of cells. So, cells are specialized to carry out a few functions. Each specialized function is taken by a different group of cells. For example, in human beings, muscle cells are there which can contract and relax to cause movement. Nerve cells are there which carry messages from one part of the body to another. You all know about blood. It flows to transport oxygen, food, hormones and waste materials. So, these blood or it may be muscle cells are the examples of tissue. Now, what is tissue? It is a group of cells. Tissues are group of cells that are similar in structure. All are similar or same in structure and they carry out a particular function. So, group of cells similar in structure carrying out a particular function is called as tissues. We have the examples like blood or muscles, or it may be what? Or it may be nervous tissue also. One more question is there. Are plants and animals made of same type of tissues? Are the plants and animals have the same type of tissues? No, it is completely different, isn't it? Why? Because plants are different from animals. Plants are stationary or they are fixed in one place. Most of the tissues they have are supportive in nature, which provide them with structural strength. And most of these tissues have dead cells. In case of animals, animals move around here and there in search of food or shelter. So they want more energy as compared to plants. Most of the tissues they contain are living. All the cells in the tissues are living. Another difference between animals and plants is in the pattern of growth. The growth in plants is limited to certain regions, whereas this is not there in case of animals. There are some tissues in plants that divide throughout the life. So let us study about plant tissues in detail now. We all know that plants are also living beings like us. They respire, prepare food and have unlimited growth throughout their life. So how do they perform all these functions? Plants are composed of three major organs. It may be roots, stem and leaves. These organs are made up of various tissues which perform the functions. Large number of specialized cells together form a tissue, as I explained already. Plants' tissues are categorized or classified according to their structure and function. So the main types of tissues or plant tissues are meristematic tissue and one more is permanent tissue. This meristematic tissue is also known as growing tissue. Here they have given an activity to see the growth in meristematic tissue. They have taken onion bulbs. They have kept the onion bulb in a glass containing water. After few days, we can see that the roots of the onion bulbs grow, and it grows continuously for few days. Isn't it, children? So, this growth is due to the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue helps in the growth of plants because they have the capacity to divide themselves. Their cells are similar. Generally, they are small and they have thin cell walls also. Depending on the regions they are present, the meristematic tissue is classified as apical meristem, which is present at the top or tip, and lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Which are the three types of meristematic tissue? Apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. The tissues that help in the increase of length of the stem and the root is the apical meristem. It is located at the tip of the stem and root. The tissue that helps in increasing the diameter or girth of the stem is the lateral meristem. The branches and the leaves grow because of the intercalary meristem. It is located at the base of the nodes, internodes and leaf bases. At the base of the leaves or at the base of the branches, intercalary meristems are located and helps in the growth of the leaves and branches. Let us study how plants obtain necessary nutrients and support. It is because of the presence of permanent tissue which help in transporting food and water and also provide support for the plants. Let us study about the permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are none other than meristematic tissue itself. When the meristematic tissues grow continuously and show differentiation, they become permanent tissue. What do you mean by differentiation? It is a process of taking up permanent shape and size, and they take up a function. That process is called as differentiation. So when the meristematic tissue take up differentiation, they become permanent tissue. Based on the similarity of cells, the permanent tissue is classified as simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Let us study in detail about simple permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue is called as simple tissue because it is composed of similar type of cells that have a common origin and function. Based on the function, they are further classified into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma.